Hi, everybody. Welcome to WCA Extra. Just see if my mic is actually on. Very busy morning weather-wise. Peter can say that first and foremost, especially. But for many people hitting the roads this morning, just a few things to keep in mind. We actually got a lot of emails, calls, etc. about some of those road conditions on 89. So we'll pull up the New England 511 to kind of kick it off here and see what we're looking at. So this is what we kind of know so far. We're looking at I-89 northbound, exit 7 and 8. That's like kind of Berlin-Montpelier area. There's some slide-offs, and traffic really is just slow moving in that area. Right at the tail end of our morning show, we started to get those, and we sent our Sophia Thomas out there to kind of see what the deal is, what's going on, and we're actually going to pull her up right now just to kind of see what's going on. So without further, we'll kind of pull her up. Sophia, what can you tell us?
The accident a couple of minutes ago, kind of to reiterate, as you said, a couple tractor trailers off the road and one truck that we could see that had gone over the guardrail. So all that traffic is at a standstill, even though the lane isn't actually closed at all. Lots of police cars, lots of different, cars just kind of stockpiled all going up the road there. Definitely slow moving, not ideal for travel conditions. Now, we didn't see any ambulances that I could tell of. I could see one of the drivers kind of like trying to get out of their truck. So it looked like everyone's okay, but this just recently happened. So waiting to hear some of that info. But so we have left that area. There's no way we're going to be able to get back going northbound. So we're kind of driving around in the Montpelier area. But conditions are not great.
No, absolutely. And then just remind me again where you guys are at right now.
Yeah, I'll turn the camera so you guys can get a look at where we are. So we are just right outside of Montpelier, kind of entering it now. And if you can tell from this camera, it is kind of nasty out there and things are a little bit slippery. Getting outside of the car a few minutes ago to get gas, definitely pretty frigid out there and slippery. There was kind of like a slush forming where we were walking up, so that was a little freaky. And just driving through, it just felt like we've had good traction, but not great visibility. That's for sure. So definitely going slow this morning or not at all if you were trying to go northbound between exits 7 and 8.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Sophia. And again, I know that you sent over some of that stuff, especially by exit 7 and 8. So we'll pull that up in just a few and see what they're looking at. But and just remind me one more time too, is where you guys are at now. Just rain.
Where we're at right now, just seeing rain.
Yep.
I did look at the forecast. It looks like it might be snowing soon. I'll leave that to Peter. But just seeing rain for now, coming down pretty heavily. Yeah.
Cool. Well, without further ado, we'll throw things over to him and kind of see what we're looking at there. But Sophia, thanks so much for
hand it off
getting
to
out
Peter.
there. Thanks.
Yeah, of course.
All right, Peter. And we just mentioned too that Sophia got some or I got some photos, of this accident around by exit 7. So we'll show you that now. And this is kind of what it's looking like. There's a few cars off the road and a tractor trailer as well. Again, that's all sent in to us by Dan Provost.
Yeah, so definitely been kind of a slick morning here for a lot of us, and it really is, the concern is away from the Champlain Valley. I wanted to show you this real quick. This is kind of a new graphic that we've liked to show. This is actually showing current road pavement temperatures right now. So notice here in the Champlain Valley that we're not seeing any of the road pavement temperatures below that 32 degree mark. So we're not really concerned about freezing here in the immediate Champlain Valley area, but notice how you quickly get away from it and you start to see those temperatures drop off, those road pavement temperatures drop below the freezing mark, up towards Derby, down towards St. J along I-91, concerned about an icing potential there, especially on those untreated surfaces. Along Route 2, you see that 30 degree road pavement temperature in Cabot right now, possibly some freezing out in that direction. Down across central and southern portions of the area, that concern continues down into the upper valley, as well as along I-89. Right along the Massachusetts state line, road temperatures a bit warmer. You can see the Guilford area reporting a road pavement temperature of 36 degrees, but then you head up towards Wethersfield, Hartford. Those road pavement temperatures quickly start to drop below that freezing mark once again. So any of those untreated surfaces could become a bit icy, and you're going to want to continue to increase your following distance and use extra caution here for your Tuesday morning commute. Here is the view on satellite and radar right now. Satellite and radar really painting the picture quite well of where we are concerned about this icing potential. We've been talking about it for the last several days. The Adirondack Park, you can see the icing potential out there, as well as from the Green Mountains points east. All that pink possibly indicating a little bit of icing. And again, use plenty of extra caution here on your Tuesday morning commute. A winter weather advisory still up for the entirety of our area, just because a lot of us are talking about temperatures at or around that freezing mark. So here is how the rest of the day shapes up. Any of that freezing potential quickly kind of begins to wrap up as we head towards the early afternoon hours. Until then, though, especially from the Green Mountains points east, we are concerned about that freezing rain potential and slick travel as a result. Notice as we head towards about noontime, you start to see those pinks fade quite quickly, and most of us will change over to plain old rain as we head into the early afternoon, and temperatures start to warm above that freezing mark as we head through the rest of the afternoon hours today. Showers start to taper off, and we are a lot quieter as we head towards this evening. So your Tuesday evening commute not going to be impacted like what we're talking about this morning. Then all eyes are going to start to turn to our next system as we head towards that Thursday, Friday time frame. In the meanwhile, so here is what we're talking about that icing potential. As I mentioned, generally from the Green Mountains points east, that's where we're talking about a possible glazing of ice here as we head through the rest of the morning hours and into the early afternoon. Again, it's just a glazing of ice. We're not concerned about power outages or anything like that, but as we know, doesn't take all that much ice to slicken up some area roadways, so be sure you're cognizant of that here if you're getting ready to head out the door for any Tuesday morning plans. As I mentioned, after today, all eyes turn to our next system as we head towards Thursday and Friday. That looking to be a rain and snow system heading our way. Still keeping a close eye on the exact track of that system. That's really going to help to determine timing as well as snow totals. But what I will say is the models are starting to come into better alignment, so it does look like we will see at least some impacts here for Thanksgiving itself as well as into Black Friday. So here's how your Wednesday shapes up. Wednesday usually the busy travel day. Not seeing too many concerns out there. We'll talk partly sunny skies overhead. Maybe a few snow flurries here and there, but really for the most part, not too bad. Just kind of a cool and blustery day out there. But notice as we head towards Wednesday night into Thursday, those clouds are quickly back on the increase. We start to see a few snow showers across the southern half of the area as we head towards Thursday morning. Those snow showers gradually filling in from south to north here as we head through the Thanksgiving day on Thursday. By about noontime, they're starting to reach here into the Champlain Valley. I think the Champlain Valley is warm enough itself where we're talking about primarily rain, but away from the Champlain Valley, that's where we're talking snow. It does look like snow, fairly widespread in nature, especially as we head through Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. Snow showers also do look like they continue into the first part of the day on Friday. As we've been talking about, there's been some model disagreement with what the different models are showing in terms of snow totals. The European model has a more northerly track. What does that mean? Well, more snow for us. This is showing a couple inches of plowable snow. The American model has a bit more of a southerly track, which means less snow in our direction. What I will say, though, is they're coming into better alignment every single model run that we get in. So I think we're starting to get a better picture of what we'll be talking about. I do think there probably will be snow as we head through the course of the day on Thanksgiving Thursday. Want to give you an early look at what we're talking about snow totals wise. This is a first stab at snow totals, and this will probably continue to change here as we head through the next several days. Generally thinking a widespread coating to 3 inches of snow. I think most of us probably in that 1 to 3 inch range, but notice the immediate Champlain Valley. Really nothing to talk about here. I think the immediate Champlain Valley just talking about primarily rain here for this next system. But then, the further south you look, Bennington, Windham counties, that darker shade of blue starts to fill in. That's where we could be talking about 4 to 8 inches of additional snowfall as we head towards Friday morning. And then again, the higher summit's probably going to be talking about 3 to 6 inches of snow as we head into the higher summits. Again, this is pretty typical for this time of year. Temperatures here as we head through the rest of the day today, climbing back into the upper 30s and 40s as we head towards this afternoon. So again, that means that any leftover freezing rain gradually going to taper off, just a plain old rain, and it looks like any leftover showers taper off as we head through the afternoon and evening hours today. Tonight, a much quieter night as we head towards tomorrow morning. Mixture of clear skies and a few clouds. Overnight lows, they fall back into the upper 20s and 30s. Into your day tomorrow, not looking too bad for your day of Wednesday. Again, Wednesday, usually the busier travel day. We'll talk partly sunny skies overhead. A few snow flurries here and there possible as the lake effect snow machine fires up over Lake Ontario. Otherwise, not too bad here for your Wednesday morning or Wednesday plans. Now look at that 7-day forecast. So we continue to keep an eye on that freezing rain potential here through the course of the day today. Then as we head towards Thanksgiving, Black Friday, does look like we're going to be watching at least another system once again, John. And then after that, we're cooler as we head into the upcoming weekend. So definitely a lot to talk about in the weather department here for the day today. Continue to exercise increased caution here on the roads this morning, and then we're going to continue to keep an eye on that Thursday and Friday time frame.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially as this is kind of the first kind of go at it with the winter weather, especially, next couple of days are big travel days. So just be careful on the roads.
Icing today, just so difficult.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you don't always see, and it can sneak up on you. So that's really why we're stressing to take it slow on the roadways this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll keep an eye on, too, on that traffic trouble on 7-8 on 89 as well. So, but yeah, a lot to look out for today, weather-wise, and again, just take it slow.
Yep.
But Peter, again, we'll be back here at noon, Peter and I, and you can see all of our content at WCAX.com, especially any kind of breaking weather stuff from this guy.
Yep.
With that in mind, we'll let you go and get on with it.